Thanks, everyone, for joining us. For 12 News at 5, I'm Kariba Devine.
I'm Troy Hayden. Noon phone calls released from Phoenix police in the case involving a missing man named Marcus Freiberger.
The popular yoga instructor's naked body was found last year in a rock quarry in South Phoenix about a month after he was reported missing.
And we still don't know exactly what happened to him. 12 News journalist Jade Cunningham listening to those calls. Jade.
Hi, so I need to file a missing persons report.
They're each only a few minutes long.
I think an officer's already been out to his house.
But the voices in two separate 911 calls shows the concern friends had after not hearing from Marcus Freiberger.
Is that the last time you talked to him? That's how long he's been gone, for the last 2 weeks?
And the 22nd was the last time I talked to him.
Freiberger was last seen alive in February of 2025. Concern grew.
What city were they last seen in?
Phoenix.
When his ex-boyfriend checked his apartment.
And I've been over there the last couple times, like a bunch of times in the last couple weeks, 2 weeks, and I haven't seen anybody.
And found his beloved dog, Thomas, had been alone for some time.
I come back Sunday to CC's. He hasn't taken the note out of the door that I put there. Obviously, he has not been home in 2 days. That's so unlike him because he loves this dog.
He left his dog in his apartment, and he hasn't been seen there. The apartment complex was about to, basically throw out his things because he hasn't paid rent. He hasn't been there. He cannot be reached at all, and his truck is gone.
Freiberger's naked body was found about a month later in March in a rock quarry in South Phoenix. His truck discovered locked about a mile away with his phone, wallet, keys, all gone.
Have you been able to check with any jail, hospitals, friends, family already?
I've checked with family and friends. We did an online search, and he didn't come up for the jails. I haven't called the hospitals yet.
Marcus's official cause of death is undetermined. The coroner unable to find a specific cause without further investigation from authorities. But police closed the case in October with no arrests and little answers.
I'm kind of I want to file a report too to let you guys know there's more than one person that knows he's missing.
You know, this has been a really difficult time for family and friends of his. I last spoke with Marcus's sister a few months ago. She says they're kind of in this stalemate while authorities don't have enough to move forward with a criminal investigation. Family and friends, they know somebody knows something, and they are asking anyone with information to come forward. Troy?
There's so many odd aspects to this case, Jade. You know, first of all, a well-liked person vanishes. Then he's found a month later, again, like you said, he doesn't have any clothes on, and he's in an area, that quarry doesn't look like the kind of place you go to hang out.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
It's completely gated. So, you know, you have to kind of get through a gate, and there were some blunt injuries, blunt trauma, if you will, according to the coroner's report, but the coroner's report was undetermined. So there's just so many questions that this family is really hoping that one day they'll be able to get answered.
All right. Yeah, I hope so too for them. Thank you, Jade. Former school aide at Sun Valley Academy in Avondale is now charged with engaging in sexual conduct with an 8th grade student. The Maricopa County Attorney's Office says that 22-year-old Yesenia Rodriguez, charged with 6 counts of sexual conduct with a minor and 1 count of luring a minor for sexual exploitation. She was arrested April 16th after the victim's stepmother reported that abuse to the school.
Today, the Peoria Unified School District Superintendent defending how staff handled sexual misconduct allegations against 2 teachers at Centennial High School. In a letter to families, Dr. Casey Sommers focused on 4 points. First, he said that police cleared the district of mandatory reporting failures on April 2nd. He reminded parents that teacher Haley Beck now faces termination after an investigation revealed that she had allegedly exchanged thousands of text messages with a student. And Angela Burlaka surrendered her teaching certificate back in January following similar allegations of misconduct. Finally, he said that Principal Scott Halabaugh retains full support from the district. The letter went on to say, quote, the district has acted, is acting, and will continue to act on the basis of facts, law, and the responsibilities entrusted to us by this community. You can read the full letter by going to 12news.com.
Well, it was a big story over the weekend. There have been a lot of questions and concerns raised since Saturday night's shooting at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, particularly around whether there was enough security there and how that shooter was able to get as close as he did to the president and other officials.
Yeah, that's right. Federal officials say that 31-year-old Cole Allen left his home in California last week, traveled by train to D.C., and checked into the Hilton on Friday. That's the day before the Correspondents' Dinner. So after 8 p.m. on Saturday, Cole sent his family a message apologizing for what he was about to do.
For more on this, let's go to Mark Seagreaves.
The virtual tour on the Washington Hilton's website gives you a view of the hallway where Cole Allen entered as he headed toward the Secret Service security checkpoint, armed with a shotgun, a handgun, and knives. Surveillance video shows the moment Allen rushes past security, who are seen quickly drawing their weapons. Police say there was an exchange of gunfire between the checkpoint and the top of the stairs 60 feet away where Allen was taken into custody. One Secret Service agent was struck by a bullet but not seriously injured due to his protective vest. Had Allen not been stopped, he would have had to gone down these two staircases and then through these doors into the massive ballroom where thousands of guests were seated, and President Trump and others were at the head table on the stage, where Secret Service whisked him away. The scene in the ballroom was chaotic.
I was at a table kind of near the back, and what I heard personally was a lot of commotion, a lot of people ducking. That's all I saw, and we all ducked under tables. My table did. Everyone stayed down. Felt like 5, maybe 10 minutes. We didn't really know what was going on. And then we all get up afterwards. There's a lot of rumors, like we're trying to there's no cell service. That's the other thing. No one's knowing what's going on.
About an hour after the incident, President Trump's motorcade left the Hilton, and minutes later, Trump addressed the nation at a press conference in the White House. The suspect, 31-year-old Cole Allen of California, was not injured but was taken to a local hospital for evaluation.
So the annual dinner, which was hosted many presidents and cabinet members over the decades, has never been designated a, quote, national special security event, which would have elevated all the security. That's typically reserved for inaugurations and things like that. The big political nominating conventions and also the Super Bowl.
Yeah, so as for being a reason to build the new ballroom at the White House, this dinner is a private event, not a government-sponsored event, so it's unlikely that the White House ballroom would be used for this type of event or other events not hosted by the government, such as state dinners. Well, right now, more severe weather is threatening large portions of the South and the Midwest after multiple tornadoes touched down this weekend in Oklahoma and Texas, destroying homes and claiming at least 2 lives. Twisters also touching down in Kansas, where the winds flipped a train onto its side. And of course, the folks in Enid, Oklahoma are still surveying all of the damage that was caused there by a very strong EF4 tornado.
Thing I ever know how to do in situations like that is pray. I was just yelling, asking, hey, if you take everything, just let us keep our family. Let us keep our neighbors. Just keep everyone safe, please.
Meanwhile, wildfires burning in drought-stricken Georgia intensifying on Sunday, burning homes all the way down to the ground and forcing hundreds to evacuate. Meteorologist Lindsay Riley is joining us now with the very latest on those tornadoes. Do we still have a threat out there this evening, Lindsay?
We sure do. In fact, we have 2 areas of very severe thunderstorms in the Midwest right now, from Ohio and Indiana out toward parts of Illinois and Missouri, and a few tornado warnings ongoing. You can see in the red box here just to the east of Louisville, there's 1 tornado warning, and then back to the west with that other line of storms, one just north of St. Louis and this one just south of St. Louis. We were looking closer at that cell. It has a hook echo, which is very indicative of tornadic activity. And that's going to continue through the rest of tonight. The tornado watch comes to an end at 9 p.m. Central Time. But for today, some of those areas were under a moderate risk. That's very high. You don't see a lot of moderate risks throughout the course of the year. So you're seeing that play out right now. Tomorrow, that enhanced risk moves a little bit further south, parts of Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana, and Mississippi under the severe weather threat for tomorrow. Troy?
All right, Lindsay, thank you. Do you like true crime? If so, 12 Plus is your destination every single weeknight starting at 8 o'clock. So if you tune in here tonight, it's called Killer Cases, Secrets in the Soil. And it highlights the disappearance of a Missouri woman whose case was solved after investigators analyzed soil and dirt found on her husband's boots. I don't want to give it away, but I'm thinking it's the husband.
It sounds like it's the husband,
Okay.
but you just gave it away.
Well, we talked about the soil on his boots, so maybe that exonerated him. All right, so you have to watch to find out. So that's right here at 12 Plus, starting at 8.
It's still interesting, the process leading up to
Right.
the revelation, right? Well, ahead on 12 News at 5, Phoenix City leaders are going the distance to secure another major global sporting event here in the Valley. We'll tell you what it is coming up next.
12 News Valley Cam, sponsored by Parker & Sons Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical.
People across Arizona make a difference every day, giving back,
Who does not like to have freedom?
having an impact.
Being there for the family and the caregivers is just as important and impactful.
America's 250, Red, White, and You, a celebration of our country's birth and the people who embody the American spirit.
We want to be able to keep helping as many people as possible.
Scan the QR code to nominate someone. America's 250, Red, White, and You on 12 News and streaming on 12 Plus.
Not long ago, over 1,000 people were living on the streets outside of Arizona's largest homeless shelter. Now the zone has been cleared, but shelters are overflowing. Central Arizona Shelter Services needs your help. More beds for more people and more resources to help Arizonans get their lives back. See the difference you can make live April 30th on 12 News. Reach out a helping hand and donate your Arizona tax credit to help families and get folks back on their feet.
Mayor Kate Gallego says that USA track and field officials visited the valley to see if Phoenix has what it takes to host the 2028 Olympic and Paralympic marathon trials.
Yeah, that's a very big deal. Our David Chasanov joins us from Hance Park, which could be the starting line if Phoenix happens to outrun other bidders.
Yeah, that's right. Mayor Kate Gallego says whenever Phoenix hosts a big sporting event, Hance Park has always been welcoming to visitors. It's a place many Arizona runners are familiar with, and they want the city to cross the finish line and make this happen.
Yeah, it's exciting to think about Phoenix potentially being the host of one of running's biggest events.
Coach Laura Thweet helps many Arizona athletes train, often in Phoenix. She says having the Olympic and Paralympic marathon trials in the valley would be quite the running start.
It could really feel like a home race. Yeah, that's definitely a plus for us on the Phoenix side of things.
If the city's bid wins the gold over St. Louis, Joel Kester with Visit Phoenix says the global event would come to town in March of 2028.
We're quickly becoming known as a global sports destination, and this is just going to be one of those things that continues to tell that story.
According to Kester, Phoenix hosting the competition would mean more than 800 athletes and 200,000 fans, generating anywhere from $17 to $32 million for the city.
These events have a larger impact than just economic impact, right? We're building memories through the events that we're bringing to Phoenix.
Mayor Kate Gallego says city leaders have let USA track and field officials know they're more than interested in hosting the event.
We let them know it would be such a priority for us to do a great job for them.
The mayor says Phoenix has a proven track record to host an event of this magnitude.
They delivered the women's Final Four and went straight into a meeting for NBA All-Star, which will be with us in 2027. I am very hopeful we'll go straight from NBA All-Star right into Olympic Trials Marathon.
As for what's next, we know USA Track and Field and the Olympic Committee are expected to make a final decision by June. In Phoenix, David Chazanoff, 12 News.
A Scottsdale gas station sold a lottery ticket that hit for $20,000 in Friday's Mega Millions drawing. So the ticket was purchased at the Quick Trip on the northwest corner of Pima and McDowell.
It matched 4 of the 5 white numbers, 7, 16, 32, 35, and 40, plus the gold mega ball of 12. The ticket had a multiplier of 2, so doubling that $10,000 base prize.
20 G's, not bad.
Yeah.
It's not, when you hit the big one, it's like 300 million to one or whatever. But this is 893,000 to one. So
I
I'd still
wouldn't
take
complain
that.
about a $20,000 Friday. I mean,
not
that would
at
be a
all.
nice day.
For sure.
Beautiful day out there.
Yeah, absolutely. We hit 83 today, below average. Temps are going to start to go up, but we also have some rain chances as we get toward the second half of the week. So here's a look at our current temperatures. Beautiful late afternoon in progress. Temps are beginning to come down now off of their high of the day, down to 81. Out at Sky Harbor, it's 78 in Bullhead City, 68 degrees in Page. What to expect tonight? Well, the skies, they will stay nice and clear overnight. Low temperatures right around 60. A little bit warmer with a few fair weather clouds out there tomorrow. We hit 87. And then we are tracking some rain chances only for parts of the state, though, heading into the day on Thursday. And there will be a slight chance over the lower deserts, but at this point, it's looking like a better chance closer to the New Mexico state line and far southeastern Arizona. Tuesday is going to be a beauty. Highs are going to be close to average, 87 tomorrow in Phoenix, also 87 in Lake Havasu, 62 in Flagstaff tomorrow, 70 in Show Low, and 86 out towards Safford. Now, Phoenix rain chances. We do go up to a 20%, but I will tell you, most folks will be dry through the day on Thursday. This is going to be an extremely isolated event for the lower deserts. A couple pop-up thunderstorms by the late afternoon will be possible, but this is not going to be widespread. Better chances out toward the White Mountains, Greenlee County, Cochise counties. Those will have the best shots. Right now, though, high pressure is in control. It's going to keep these lows to our north, and that means all the wet and snowy weather is staying to our north as well. We're tracking that area of low pressure that's going to move onshore later this week. Here's 8 a.m. Friday, and you can see some of those showers over southeastern Arizona building north during the day Friday, but most of the rain is out across New Mexico and Texas, keeping our chances pretty low. Flagstaff 7-day, just a 20%. We're in the 60s, though, all this week in Flagstaff. And here in the valley, 80s for the next few days, a 20% chance for a shower over the lower deserts Thursday, and then 90s this weekend. In fact, we go back up to 98 by Sunday. Cam?
Hey, Lindsay, welcome out here live to the arena. Game 4 tonight between the Suns and Thunder. Suns got their backs against the wall facing elimination. How can they get back in this series? We're going to ask head coach Jordan Ott. Coming up next in sports.
You know, we like to bandy around, Cam and Jake, must-win games. I mean, that's exactly what we got here tonight.
Troy, it doesn't get any more must-win than this. If the Suns lose, their season's over. Winning this series continues. Bottom line, though, history not on their side. No team has ever come back to win a series down 0-3 in NBA history. It's going to be tough for the Suns tonight. We all know that. Mark Williams is out. He's going to miss a fifth straight game with a foot injury. Jordan Goodwin is still a game-time decision. And, Jake, as we watch the players warm up behind us, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander doesn't seem like he's missed a shot at all throughout warm-ups.
I actually saw a point in time where he missed 6 threes in a row, but then responded with like 5 makes in a row. So I was going to get on here and say if pregame warm-ups are any indication, then maybe the Suns catch Shai on a bad night, because honestly, that's the biggest key to the game right now. The Suns have talked themselves in circles over how the heck are we going to guard the reigning MVP and the guy who just dropped 42 points in this last matchup, and I'm not sure that the answer exists on their roster.
Yeah, they've tried the kitchen sink. They've tried another sink. Nothing works.
And question to Jordan Ott pregame today was, why not try Rasheer Fleming? He might pose the best combination of size and physicality and athleticism. But I think Jordan Ott's at the point where he's kind of believing that Rasheer Fleming is not ready for this stage. So throw out the strategy, throw out all the solutions. Jordan Ott just wants his team to play hard tonight.
Anytime you get this late in the series, I think that's where it goes. It's about our force. It's about our competitive juice, about our togetherness. And this group has done it time and time again over the course of the season. Been in many of these games, especially late, at home, in front of your home crowd. We'll have the juices flowing. But we got to do both. You got to execute game plan schematics and have a level of an intensity that's as high as we've had all year.
Yeah, I'd expect the atmosphere inside Mortgage Matchup Center to be a little bit better than it was last time
Saturday
out.
was not great.
Yeah, 12:30 tip. That's a tough time for fans to pack the place. But I feel like tonight in a must-win scenario, it'll be a little bit louder. Maybe that's a deciding factor. Probably not, though. OKC is just too good.
OKC is really good. Listen, the Suns have gotten better and better each game this series. We'll see if it's enough. So far, it has not been enough against the defending NBA champs. Tip-off is at 6:30 on Peacock or the NBC Sports Network. After the game, flip over to 12 News at 10 for the best post-game coverage in town. We'll be live right here on the court, seeing if the Suns can send this back to OKC. Once again, they lose, their season is over. If they win, Game 5 Wednesday night back there in Oklahoma City. Guys, back to you.
All right.
A lot on the line. It's a big night.
Yeah. It'd be nice for them to get one. Feel better about themselves, probably. All right. Thank you, guys. Still ahead on 12 News at 5 as the run for the Roses nears. Fans are getting a look at the Derby hopefuls.
12 News at 10. I'm Mark Curtis.
And I'm Kariba Devine.
And 12 News today in AZ.
I'm Emma Jade.
I'm Allison Rodriguez.
One team covering news around the clock. We are getting you going with a fast start to your day.
From when it breaks at night.
12 News journalist Maria Stobbs is live.
To the developments the next morning.
Continuing coverage now as we are in day 12.
Tracking the incoming weather.
We're going to be mostly sunny. And how it's impacting you when you wake up.
So end your day with 12 News at 10.
And start your day with 12 News today in AZ.
Show, yes, and it looks like some sort of fire. There's definitely smoke burning right next to a Best Buy. This is the one just west of I-17. So live images from our ADOT cam. Look, if you look to the bottom kind of left part of your screen, I know you probably see that too, Mark and Caribe. You've got some emergency vehicles down there, and the smoke appears to be white, though.
Yeah, which is always a good sign.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
So we'll continue to get more information on that and bring it to you coming up at 6 o'clock.
All right, also at 6, how small businesses can save money by going green. Also a story you'll only see on 12 News. A local business owner accused of stalking a woman after she left a one-star review for security cameras she had installed around her home. And the daring repair work underway right now at Sedona's Chapel of the Holy Cross. We'll have those stories and more when we see you at a half hour for 12 News at 6.
2026 Run for the Roses. It's always fun to watch the Kentucky Derby, isn't it? Just days away. I think it's coming up on Saturday.
Your Fascinator?
What's that?
Your Fascinator?
Oh.
I like it.
Yeah.
No, he's talking about the hat, the Fascinator.
Oh, what's that?
You know those little hats?
The little hats.
Wait, that's called the Fascinator? I'm like, yeah, I'm fascinated. I'm totally clueless.
Fascinator.
Yeah, mint julep, I know that.
Yes, I'm fascinated by it.
Well, you have a mint julep, you got to have a Fascinator.
Okay. Fans are flocking to Churchill Downs to get a glimpse of potential Derby winners. Work out on the track down at the Downs. The 152nd Kentucky Derby will run on Saturday. And as always, it's right here on NBC.
You don't need a fascinator, by the way. I could wear a fascinator.
Oh, that's a lady's hat?
Yes.
Are you trying to get me to wear a lady's hat, Mark?
I just asked if you had one. If you're going to watch the Derby at home in the privacy of your home, you want to wear a Fascinator? Be my guest.
Thanks for watching 12 News.
Remember, 12 News at 6 and 7 will stream exclusively on 12 Plus today.
And we'll see you back here for 12 News at 6.